Stress is inevitable for everybody. It comes in waves. It's obviously not there 24/7, but it's definitely something that we all have to deal with. We all have our different ways. We all have our tips and tricks. Today, I just wanted to sit down and share mine. For those who are new to my channel, hello, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ruby and welcome to my channel. I'm someone that lives a very, very busy lifestyle. I keep a pretty full schedule, so stress is something that I tend to deal with occasionally, sometimes maybe more than occasionally. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that stress hits us all in different ways, and it's kind of ignorant to ever assume that stress isn't ever going to affect you and your life. And I think it's time that we all start being a little bit more open and honest about the times we've had where we don't feel 100%. And I think it's really helpful to kind of share personal tips and tricks, what helps you during your times of stress. So these are mine. I'm not saying that they're gonna work for everybody, but I do hope that they might help a few of you who are watching today's video. So the first thing that I wanna mention is that it's totally okay to cry it out. There are times where I feel so stressed and I need to let a few tears flow, but I think the important thing to remember is that the tears have to come to an end. The tears don't solve the issue. So I think it's important if you're gonna, treat yourself to a couple cries. That sounds really weird. If you're gonna have a time that you let yourself cry, realize that eventually you are going to have to stop, take some deep breaths, and address the issue at hand. Because while crying does definitely make you feel better in the moment, your problem and the things that are contributing to your stress, they're always gonna be there afterwards. When I'm stressed out, I like to grab my journal and I like to take just anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to write down everything that I am grateful for in my life. There are times where it can seem like we are just in this crazy vortex that's called life, and we're in the center of it, and everything's just moving way too fast and we don't really know how to control it. And sometimes I feel like we get so caught up in the negative and the stress that we forget that there are still so many good things to be thankful for in life. They don't even have to be big things either. It can be, I'm thankful today that I had a good breakfast and I'm able to provide myself with food that nourishes my body. I'm thankful that the sun was out today. I'm grateful that, I have clothes that make me feel comfortable and confident. Anything that really helps remind you that there are still always good things in your life. Something that I also find is really helpful that also kind of has to do with writing is stream of consciousness journaling. This is essentially a brain dump. You don't worry about grammar, you don't worry about punctuation, you don't really worry about staying on one topic. When I'm stressed, I like to take 5 to 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, and just dump everything out that I'm feeling on a piece of paper. Remembering that this isn't going to be published, it doesn't have to be a perfect piece of writing, it just has to get put out on paper instead of all circulating in my brain. If you don't necessarily know where your stress is coming from, which for sure happens to all of us, there are some times where I can pinpoint exactly what's stressing me out, and then there are other times where I just feel this overwhelming sense of pressure and stress. If you don't know where that stress is coming from, try and take a look at the big picture and eliminate anything that might be contributing to your feeling this way. Oftentimes for me, this can include not getting enough sleep. Sometimes when I kind of have an off sleep schedule, it can really make me feel a little bit more stressed out. Sometimes it can be maybe you're not eating well enough, or you're not doing enough physical activity, you're not getting outside enough as you should be. Sometimes it can honestly be social media. There are days where I realize that I probably shouldn't look at social media and I shouldn't spend a ton of time on it. And so, there are days where I definitely kind of do a little detox from it. Now, let's say you've done all of these steps. You've tried your journaling, you've taken a walk outside, you've spoken to a friend, and you're still just feeling really, really off. I am personally of the belief that there is absolutely nothing wrong taking an unexpected day for yourself. It is completely okay to take a day off, call out of work, cancel plans with your friends, and just have a mental health day. Now, obviously, I'm not saying to make a habit of this. I'm one to rarely ever call out of work just because I want to be as reliable as possible to my job. But there have definitely been times where, I was supposed to go out with friends, or I was supposed to be at a shift for work, and I've just called out and said, you know what, I think I just need a mental health day. I think I just need a day to kind of reset and be with myself, because if I just kind of brush it off and go into work anyways or hang out with you anyways, I'm just not gonna feel like myself, and I might even feel worse tomorrow. So now you guys know how I deal with stress. Obviously there are a few other ways that I deal with it occasionally, but these are really the main points that I wanted to touch on in today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up to let me know that you would like to see more of me here on this channel. Please subscribe and help me grow the Ruby Rocks the World family. It would mean the absolute world to me. Follow me on all my social media networks. Links are always in the down bar below. I hope that you guys are having an awesome day, night, afternoon, whenever you all are watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Okay? Bye, everybody.